So contempt of court is when you act a certain way and you are disrupting the court. And even after the court has instructed you to stop your actions, you continue to go on with doing the same thing. And so the judge has one of a few options. The first option is he can request that you stop doing what you're doing. The second is he can request that the bailiff remove you from the court. And the third is he can actually detain you and then bring you back. So I was actually detained once. Now the judge, I had a problem with that judge anyway, and he was always being abusive. I consider, judges have a certain candor that they're supposed to display when they're in front of you, and so I didn't feel like I was getting the just treatment that I deserved, and so. First he told me sit down, then he told me stand up, then he told me to, this and that, and then he told me, well, Mr. Merritt's being defiant, and then he took me in custody for almost 3 hours. And I sat there handcuffed down in a holding cell for almost 3 hours. Now, the one mistake that this judge made, and I'll go ahead and tell you his name because I ain't shy. His name is Judge Cedric Wooton of Circuit Court in Shelby County, Tennessee, and he's in Division 6. He didn't charge me. So you might hear people say, can you sue a judge? So I sued the judge because he illegally detained me under the guise of contempt. Now, I didn't do anything to be contemptful of, but he used that as a reason to hold me, but he didn't charge me. Because he didn't charge me, that's illegal incarceration, therefore making the judge liable for the actions. See, it was not a judicial act, it was an administrative act. So the only time that you can sue judges for one of three things. The first one is a procedural act. That's an act that doesn't require any judicial thinking, just requires a set of steps, a series of steps you have to do. A ministerial act, that's where they document things and they do things like that. And then, so the one thing that you can't sue a judge on is for acting in a judicial manner. He's on the bench and he does something, no matter how egregious it may seem, he is protected under that. You can sue judges under an administrative act, a ministerial act, and a procedural act. A ministerial act is a daily task that they must fulfill. A daily task would be reviewing the court notes, reviewing the court records. And when they're reviewing those records, they see that they may have a recusal in the file. But because they didn't address the recusal first and they addressed something else, they made a mistake. In that mistake, they can then be held responsible or liable for their actions. Now, what you didn't know yesterday about contempt, you know today. Thanks for stopping in. This is Justice with Ken. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.